Yo, what up guys, d-cell here, back with some final gear. Today I'm going to go over the new patch that just dropped, and there's quite a bit to talk about, so let's dive in and see what they fixed or broken today. Okay, so diving in game, let's go ahead and bring up the news and see what we've got. The maintenance contents: new time limit pack, Amane Serika Custom Mech, new sequence Amane Serika in Misty Towers, and new sequences in the shop sequence section, and fixed errors in the display of event stages. And of course, we got some free compensation in crystals and some Felix resources. So jumping into the event here, we can see that they've added some sequences to the reward shop. You can now get 5 sequences for the cost of 1500 tokens. It's not a whole lot, but at least it's better than nothing, and that should get you at least to talent stage, like, 2 or 3, something like that, probably talent level 2. Also, they have fixed a few things with the Misty Tower event, so it's better late than never. The display here from the different strength levels will no longer be like way down here like it used to be, so that's finally fixed. And the big news here is that they did fix this little graphical glitch on the tower level 6. So there's no longer this really weird EX stage here on the way, so that was just a glitch apparently, so they fixed that. And for the bigger news, we have the Custom Mech pack for Amane Serika here in the shop. It's going to cost you 2500 crystals, 2500 paid crystals, sorry. Unfortunately, they are not free crystals, and that's a shame. But perhaps more importantly than that, they did finally add Serika to the sequence shop, which means we can finally fully talent her out, even though it's not that big a deal considering she has a generic talent passive, but we'll go over that a little more in a minute. But yeah, they finally added Amane to the sequence shop. This should have been at the very beginning, but better late than never, I guess. So what about Serika? Is she worth the 2500 paid crystals? Well, to really answer that question, we kind of need to look at her and talk about how she performs without her custom mech and how she performs with her custom mech, and then we'll talk about whether or not I think she's worth going for that 2500 paid crystals or not. So first, let's talk about Serika without her custom mech and see how she performs. And honestly, her high gear, it's 9,000 energy cost, and without her custom mech, it doesn't do a whole lot. It's a really high energy cost, and it doesn't really amount to a whole lot, to be honest. And then her skill 2 and her skill 3, they're all self-serving without her custom mech. It's gonna boost her own health and reduce the damage that she takes. So again, this isn't really good for a support unit because it's not giving anything to your team. The skill 4 will kind of offset the extremely large energy cost of her high gear without her custom mech, not to a degree that matters because it's a 20% chance that can only happen every 10 seconds. So it's not the greatest, if I'm being honest. Now, when she gets her custom mech, her high gear becomes significantly better. It will reduce the damage that enemies deal by 20%, so that is a massive debuff to the enemy, as well as increasing the damage your entire team deals by an effective amount of 15%. And she achieves this by debuffing the enemy and making them take 5% more damage, and then buffing the entire team to do 10% more damage. On top of this, with her custom mech, her high gear will heal you for 20% HP. Her skill 2 and skill 3 transform to become team wide, so it's going to give your entire team higher survivability through damage reduction and higher HP pools. Also, it makes her skill 4 significantly better by offsetting her high gear cost much more efficiently by reducing that time to every 5 seconds, increasing the chance that it happens, as well as giving you more energy per charge. So honestly, if you're to compare Serika with her custom mech and without her custom mech, I think without her custom mech, she is not very good, honestly. Without her custom mech, she is an okay support at best, and honestly, somebody like Natasha would probably outperform her because without her custom mech, she's not going to provide any heals or any team-wide survivability or anything like that. She has a generic passive as it is, so there's not even that to really help her out. So yeah, I think without her custom mech, Serika is pretty much like dead in the water. She's not a very good unit, but with her custom mech, she can become the best healer you have. And the reason why I say that is because the only 2 options you have right now are Viola, who is basically useless until she gets her UR, and then once she gets her UR, she's going to be really, really good. But until then, she's borderline unusable. Then you have Smiley, who probably at this point in time you don't have built up good enough to compare to a fully built out custom mech Amane Serika. So if you take a look at my Schmilly here, you'll see that she's still only 4-star, and that's after playing this game for quite a bit. And that's because it's really hard to get her sequences. It's really hard to get dupes for her unless you're going to dive into the sequence shop and waste some sequences on her. You're probably going to be like me and have a 4-star character, and that's not going to give her the skills necessary to really be a good healer, because that level 4 skill really helps her healing out. Before you say, hey, you can use her fondness level to get those talents up, she's already level 10. I've already used those sequences. They're gone. Yeah, so the bond rewards, as you can see, I've already used them up. So unless you want to go into the sequence shop and use them on her, you're probably going to be stuck with a character that looks something like this. And the Serika with the custom mech is right off the bat is going to be better. You don't need any kind of real like talent investment into Serika to see a significant benefit. All she needs is her custom mech and her skills leveled up, and that's very easy to do as long as you grind the event out. And all of this is made worse if you missed out on the Halloween event to get that custom mech for Schmilly, and also if you missed the source code HMG. However, you can still get that HMG from the event shops. So what's my advice for you as a player? Well, if you're free to play, I think it's best to not get or try to even care about Serika, honestly. It's fine that you're gonna get her for free, but don't worry about it. I would say focus on Viola if you really wanna play the long game, and I mean the long game, okay? Otherwise, focus on Schmilly and get that source code HMG, immediately put it on her, unless you've gotten that custom mech from the Halloween. Now, if you did get the custom mech, I still suggest you getting an HMG for future testing, and you can kind of see which one works better for you. And I'm probably going to release a video sooner or later comparing the two to give you the pros and cons of doing each. And also, once you invested into her at talent level 5, she's going to get that boost in healing power, and she's going to be outperforming Serika most likely anyway. So for free to play players, I suggest just not worrying about Serika at all and focus on Viola or Schmilly. But hey, what if you're a low spender? Well, if you're a monthly trade pass buyer and you've been saving up your paid crystals, I think this is a perfect use for those paid crystals. 2,500 paid crystals, and you're going to get a very good healer support. She's probably going to be the best healer support you have currently if you're a low spender. So I do suggest, if you've been saving those paid crystals, this is a great time to spend them. If you are a low spender and you haven't been saving those paid crystals from the trade passes, well, then it's kind of up to you, because you're going to have a few options, and I don't know if it's going to be worth it right up front. So let's discuss what I'm talking about. So these figures don't factor in the double bonuses. I'm going to be figuring these out based on somebody who's already bought them. So the cheapest way you can get her mech is one of 3 ways. You can combine 3 packs, the $4.99 pack, the $8.99 pack, and the $29.99 pack, for a total cost of $43.97, and that will give you 2,600 crystals to buy the mech. Or you can buy the $29.99 pack and the $14.99 pack for a total of $44.98, and that will give you 2,680 crystals. Or you can just simply buy the $49.99 pack and get 3,200 crystals, which honestly, it's pretty much the best offer. It's only like $5 more than the other two, and you get significantly more crystals that way. And for my whales out there, well, do whatever the hell you want. Why are you even watching this portion of the video? The custom mech is obviously worth it, and you know, do whatever you want to do anyway, because it's your money and you're spending large amounts of on this game anyway. I think if you're a whale, you should probably pick it up, obviously, but hey, it's your money. Do what you want with it. But hey guys, that's going to be it for today's video. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about Serika? What do you think about this whole Misty Tower event? Do you like it? Do you love it? I'm kind of like in the middle of the road. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's a bad event or anything like that. I just don't think it's particularly great either, and I'm kind of stuck saving for URs. As always, links to the Discord and all my social media down below if you want to reach out to me somewhere other than YouTube. Be safe out there, guys. Have a great day, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.